Hoda Muthana is not a U.S. citizen, even though she was born in New Jersey. The Trump administration claims that her father was a Yemeni diplomat when she was born, and that negates any claim to citizenship. Her family's attorneys say that's not true, and now they're suing the administration to allow Muthana and her young son to come here. They say she expects to be arrested on terrorism charges here, but says she wants to return to give her son a better life. Deborah?
They'll be holding a new election for Congress in North Carolina. The state election board has ruled an illegal voter turnout scheme helped elect the Republican Mark Harris. There were gasps in the room when the congressman agreed.
Through the testimony I've listened to over the past 3 days, I believe a new election should be called.
Harris beat Democrat Dan McCready by 905 votes. The NBA may lower the draft age from 19 to 18. CBS's Anne-Marie Green.
The proposal would lower the age limit by the 2022 draft. The injury of Duke freshman star Zion Williamson Wednesday reignited the debate about one-and-done college players who play college ball for a year before they're eligible for the draft.
This is CBS News.
You have enough things to worry about every day. Insurance shouldn't be one of them. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
And caller number 9 for $1 million. Rita, complete this quote. Life is like a box of...
Oh, I know this one. Chocolates.
You're cutting out, Rita. We need your answer.
Oh my goodness. Life is like a box of chocolates.
Oh, sorry. That's not what we were looking for. On to caller number 10.
Gosh.
Bad network got you glitched out of luck? Switch to Boost Mobile's super reliable, super fast nationwide network and get 4 lines, each with unlimited gigs for just $100 a month. Plus, get 4 free phones. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
Offer ends 4/15/19. First line is $100 a month. Lines 2 to 4 free. Requires 1 line to port in. Video streams at up to 480p plus. Music at up to 500 kilobits per second. Gaming at up to 2 megabits per second. Data deprioritization during congestion. Free phones require port in. Coverage and offers not available everywhere. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
This will make you think twice before you wipe.
Is America's use of toilet paper wiping out habitat? So says the Natural Resources Defense Council. It has issued a report that suggests the average American uses roughly 3 rolls of toilet paper a week. TP made of wood pulp, mostly derived from logging in old-growth forests in northern Canada. The group claims that results in the clear-cutting of more than 1 million acres every year, destroying the habitat of native people and contributing to global warming because the trees are no longer there to consume CO2. Jim Sheneby, CBS News.
He sings about heartbreak. Now it's hit home. Luke Bryan says his rescue dog has died less than 2 weeks after the adoption. Bryan's wife, Caroline, says Prince Poochie was a senior rescue, 18. In an Instagram tribute, she says, if the kindest souls were rewarded the longest lives, dogs would outlive us all. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Hey everyone, Carrie here. For years, you've heard my husband, Ken,
hello, Radioland,
explain how Income Store is the place for your next revenue stream. Not to date ourselves, but Ken and I have been helping individuals and businesses grow their revenue since before the internet was even a thing. We've heard countless stories as to why people look to increase their revenue.
Some stories make us laugh, some make us cry.
These stories, combined with our own, have motivated Ken and I to dedicate our lives to help people, as Ken says, who need a revenue shot in the backside.
Whether you want to just learn how or simply put, you need to generate revenue today. Our mission is to serve both.
Our worldwide staff of over 150 help to create amazing resources, our most famous being the iTunes podcast.
Today's growth. You got to check out episode 383. It's truly amazing.
And both Inc. and Forbes have shared that when it comes to generating revenue, Income Store is a can't miss. To grow your revenue today, check out IncomeStore.com.
That's IncomeStore.com.
At U.S. Bank, just picture what you can do with a low home equity rate. Cook up a new kitchen, say I do to the perfect wedding. If you can picture it, you can do it with a U.S. Bank home equity line of credit. Apply today at your local U.S. Bank. Visit usbank.com. Go ahead, bring your dreams to life. You've got the strength of U.S. Bank behind you. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender.
TJ Sampson Community Hospital will be offering calcium scoring screenings for only $50 during the month of February. A cardiac CT scan for coronary calcium is a non-invasive way of obtaining information about the presence of plaque in the arteries and is an extremely helpful tool in identifying your risk of a heart attack. More than 2,500 Americans die each day from heart disease. Don't become another statistic. This special is only good for the month of February, so call TJ Sampson today to schedule your appointment.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. It's 41 degrees. We're getting up and running here on the Live and Local Morning Show here for this Friday morning, the 22nd day of February. Before we get into the weather forecast and talk about the change in weather for the weekend, make sure everybody knows about birthdays that are happening here today on this, the 22nd day of February, Friday morning. Barry Billingsley, happy birthday. John Allen, David Frazier, David 61 today. Dennis Hatfield is 46. Faye White has a birthday. Haley Fisher is 25. Renee Farley is 45. Amanda Hurt is 38. Stephanie Gibson. We have Greg Smith, who is 32. We also have, Jason Wyatt. Jason is 45 today. Is that right? Yeah, 45. And then A.J. Ford is having a birthday today, too. It's the anniversary of Brother Darrell and Pam Costello today. Brother Darrell and Pam, happy anniversary. We got John and Brenda Lowe, the Lowe's, with their, my goodness, 60th wedding anniversary today. 651-914-9800-956-1023. Online, here we are at WCLUradio.com. So as we try to head on down the road today, let's see what the weather's going to be like to get us there. And working hard at the Weather Channel this morning, it's Jeff Eno.
The system brings the rain that will be falling on already wet ground. Therefore, flooding is a concern, and we do have a flash flood watch that kicks in for the evening. Rain moves in for the afternoon, and we are headed up to around 50. We've got rain tonight, thunder showers late, overnight low falls back to the mid to upper 40s, and we may see some heavy rain possible with storms on Saturday. Saturday's high up to the mid to upper 60s. Thunderstorm Saturday night. Jeff Eno for the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thanks, Jeff. 41 degrees this morning. Barometer is up at 30.23, 97% humidity. Winds out of the northeast at about 7 miles an hour. And we have recorded in the last 24 hours so far 1100s, 0.11 in the bucket. And again, that flash flood watch does kick into effect along about 6 o'clock or so tonight. We'll keep you posted here. And let's see, we've got Brennan Crane in the newsroom with your first check of local news after this.
You may already know about the EPB's Roundup program, where you can round your electric bill up to the nearest dollar, and that money goes to community relief to help those who are less fortunate pay their electric bill. You can now increase the charitable amount you add to your EPB bill to any amount you choose, $1, $2, $5, $10, or even more. Say your electric bill is $94.14 and you want to round it up by $5. Your bill would actually be $100. To make your change to your EPB bill, contact the Glasgow EPB.
BG Tire is way more than just tires. They are your full-service tire and automotive center. They offer pickup and drop-off service to your home or business to save your precious time. Alignments, oil changes, brake work. BG Tire does it all, including emergency roadside assistance 24 hours a day. Put your faith in the company Bowling Green has trusted for 4 generations. BG Tire, 1046 Lovers Lane, Bowling Green, across from BG Home Furnishings.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane. Yesterday, we examined the allegations brought before Glasgow Electric Plant Board Superintendent Billy Ray. The termination of his employment was an issue that caused the board members considerable thought for 2 reasons. One, if Ray were fired, several legal implications would follow. The board has yet to prove that Ray has acted in a manner that qualifies him to be terminated. 2, if Ray were fired, the pending bond sales that are set to close on March 5th may have never got there, according to Rubin and Hayes financial firm consultant Charles Musson. On January 28th, the board adopted a resolution to issue debt to potential investors through 2 municipal bonds. According to Musson, there were 6 bidders on one bond sale and 1 on the other. The initial thought of board chair D.T. Froge was to simply back out of the bond issues. Musson informed the board that these bonds are more than a signature and an investment of money. At the time these particular bonds were bought, quote, interest rates were low and bond security was good, according to Musson. When a company or a single investor decides to invest her money in a company, she is entitled to certain information about the company where her money is going, according to Musson. A document is formed called a preliminary official statement. Information on this statement ranges from the debt issuer's financial situation, management quality, and its customer base. Any time a significant change in the company occurs, the document must note those manipulations. After it's changed, it's put in the public eye for the investors to keep track of how their money may be invested. Issues like the firing of a superintendent would ultimately cause investors to question if their investment was a wise choice. Any significant change would result in a disclosure to bond issuers and the bonding insurance that those investors carry. While the bond sales do not close until March 5th, the period that has ensued since January 28th has been all but calm. According to Musson, this time is allotted to investors to make a final decision of whether to go through with their bond purchase or not. On Monday's newscast, WCLU will wrap up this series with the legal ramifications. Several board members had questions regarding the legalities of bonding and the firing of Ray. On that newscast, board member Tag Taylor will explain his rationale to the board regarding its decisions about the firing of Ray in heat of bonds and other violations by board members. On February 21st, yesterday, the Glasgow Police Department conducted a traffic stop on East Main Street for a vehicle with one headlight. Officer Michael Bergen made contact with the driver, Mandel Denton, and detected the odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle. Officer Bergen located marijuana and Xanax during the stop. Mandel Denton of Breeding, Kentucky, was arrested and charged with one headlight, operating motor vehicle under influence of alcohol, drugs, etc., .08 first offense, possession of marijuana, possession of controlled substance third degree, drug unspecified, possession of drug paraphernalia. The arrest was made by Officer Michael Bergen, assisted by Officer John Dewberry. Cave City police officer Paul Reynolds arrested 35-year-old Jennifer Bowles and 45-year-old Clifford Schofner of Cave City on Wednesday night. Officer Reynolds observed Bowles on South Dixie Highway with an equipment violation. Upon making a traffic stop on Bowles and a brief investigation, K9 Jax was deployed when he gave a positive alert on the vehicle. Bowles was arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance first degree, meth, drug paraphernalia, possession of controlled substance third degree, tampering with physical evidence, and rear license plate not illuminated. Schofner was arrested and charged with possession of controlled substance first degree, meth, drug paraphernalia, tampering with physical evidence, and possession of controlled substances third degree. Both Bowles and Schofner were lodged in the Barron County Jail. Reynolds was assisted on scene by Detective Garth Avery. After this short break, we'll be back for more local news. It's 6:15 and 41 degrees here at WCLU.
Why do you choose the pharmacy you use? Is it because of someone you know, or is it short wait times? Highland Pharmacy has considered all of these things that make your experience at the pharmacy pleasant. With a top-notch staff of pharmacists and techs you know and trust, 2 drive-through windows, and a commitment to not making you sit and wait any longer than necessary, you can see why so many choose Highland Pharmacy, and we invite you to come see us for your next prescription. Highland Pharmacy, just over from the TJ Health Pavilion.
Is your vehicle making noises it shouldn't be making? If so, stop by Quality Auto Repairs at 300 Reynolds Road and let one of our quality professionals give you some quality advice. Quality Auto proudly installs
grilled pineapple, or how about our Del Rio ribeye, topped with melted-in Chipotle butter and crispy onion tanglers. Both these mouthwatering, sizzling signature ribeyes are available right now. Colton Steakhouse and Grill, where we know what's at stake.
Colton Steakhouse, now open in Bardstown.
We had some technical difficulties at our last go at the EPB story, so we'll try it again here in the newsroom. Yesterday, WCLU examined the allegations brought before Glasgow Electric Plant Board Superintendent Billy Ray. The termination of his employment was an issue that caused the board members considerable thought for two reasons. One, if Ray were fired, several legal implications would follow. The board has yet to prove that Ray has acted in a manner that qualifies him to be terminated. Two, if Ray were fired, the pending bond sales that are set to close on March 5th may have never got there, according to Rubin & Hayes financial firm consultant Charles Musson.
What may occur is the buyers of those bonds may say, there have been significant changes. There is no plan of succession. We are concerned about the financial well-being now of the plant board. Why is this going on? And they may decide to back out. And if they back out, there won't be any savings, and there won't be any new money to build your project.
On January 28th, the board adopted a resolution to issue debt to potential investors through 2 municipal bonds. According to Musson, there were 6 bidders on one bond sale and 1 on the other.
To have the amount of bids that came in on that bond issue was incredible for this community.
The initial thought of board chair D.T. Froge was to simply back out of the bond issues. Musson informed the board that these bonds are more than a signature and an investment of money.
And that's what bidders based their bids upon.
At the time these particular bonds were bought, quote, interest rates were low and bond security was good, according to Musson. When a company or a single investor decides to invest her money in a company, she is entitled to certain information about the company where her money is going, according to Musson. A document's formed called a preliminary official statement. Information on this statement ranges from the debt issuer's financial situation, management quality, and its customer base. Anytime a significant change in the company occurs, the document must note those manipulations. After it's changed, it is put in the public eye for investors to keep track of how their money may be invested.
It is a complete disclosure to the potential bond bidders of what they are buying.
Issues like the firing of a superintendent would ultimately cause investors to question if their investment was a wise choice. Any significant change would result in a disclosure to bond issuers and the bonding insurance that those investors carry. While the bond sales do not close until March 5th, the period that has ensued since January 28th has been all but calm. According to Musson, this time is allotted to investors to make a final decision of whether to go through with their bond purchases or not.
So between the sale date of January 30th and March 5th, there is a time period in there where the bidders expect for things to remain calm, remain the same, so that they can move to a closing and fund the bonds that have been issued by the plant board.
On Monday's newscast, we will wrap up this series with the legal ramifications. Several board members had questions regarding the legalities of bonding and the firing of Ray. On that newscast, board member Tag Taylor will explain his rationale to the board regarding its decision about the firing of Ray in heat of bonds and other violations by board members. On Monday, the Glasgow Police Department conducted a traffic stop on East Washington Street that resulted in two arrests on drug charges. Officer Trevor Morrison made contact with the driver identified as Shamber Lee and received consent to search the vehicle. Officers located methamphetamine inside the vehicle. Shamber Lee of Albany, Kentucky was arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance, first degree, first offense, drug paraphernalia, failure to produce insurance card, possession of open alcoholic beverage container in the motor vehicle. Stacy Burnett of Monticello, Kentucky was arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance, first degree, first offense, drug paraphernalia. The arrest was made by Officer Trevor Morrison, assisted by Sergeant Nick Houchins. On Saturday, the Glasgow Police Department arrested a Glasgow woman for operating a motor vehicle under the influence after she was involved in a vehicle accident. Tiffany Houchins of Glasgow was arrested and charged with reckless driving, wanton endangerment, first degree, failure of owner to maintain required insurance, first offense, operating a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs, etc., aggravated circumstance, first offense, criminal mischief, first degree. The arrest was made by Officer Zane Greer, assisted by Officer Mason Wethington. On Saturday, local schools will gather to take part in the Region No. 10 Elementary Governor's Cup competition, an academic event sponsored by the Kentucky Association for Academic Competition. Participating schools are Austin Tracy Elementary, Bonneville Elementary, Cub Run Elementary, Eastern Elementary, Edmondson County 5-6 Center, Gamaliel Elementary, Highland Elementary, Hinesville Elementary, Joe Harrison Carter Elementary, LeGrand Elementary, Memorial Elementary, Mumfordville Elementary, North Jackson Elementary, Park City Elementary, Red Cross Elementary, South Green Elementary, Temple Hill Elementary, and Tompkinsville Elementary. The Governor's Cup features 8 events, including the Quick Recall event, which is the only one open to the public. The Quick Recall match will begin at 11 a.m. this Saturday at Eastern Elementary School. It is 6:22 at WCLU, 41 degrees. We will have KNN shortly.
Have you considered what your retirement looks like? Here are some things about retirement that may surprise you. 64% of retirees say they are confident about having enough money to live comfortably throughout their retirement years. Yet according to the Economic Policy Institute, nearly half of families have no retirement account savings at all. In 2017, more than 67% of retirees depended on Social Security as a major source of their income. The average monthly Social Security benefit at the beginning of 2018 was $1,404. Due to health care costs associated with living longer, 26% of workers now intend to keep working until age 70 and beyond, and 10% don't intend to retire at all. The 65 and older group is expected to become larger and have more influence in the future. Have you made arrangements for health care? Are you comfortable with your investment decisions? If you are unsure about your decisions, give the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson, or Brian Basinger a call at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hillier W. Alliance LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
Is Uncle Sam giving you a tax refund this year? You can stretch your hard-earned tax dollars further during Gilly Hyde's Tax Time Sale-a-thon. We have Southern Kentucky's largest selection of pre-owned vehicles with over 450 cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and crossovers. We have vehicles priced as low as $2,500 up to light new 2018 models. Plus, we have over 100 vehicles priced below $9,900. We're your automotive financing specialists. Gilly Hyde works with over 20 lenders to get you in the vehicle that you need and deserve with little to no money down, no matter your credit situation. Visit us online at gillyhyde.com to see our entire inventory, get pre-approved for financing, and much more. Stretch your hard-earned tax dollars further during Gilly Hyde's Tax Time Sale-a-thon. And always remember,
if car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
For details.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chatzman. A parental rights bill has been approved by the Senate Judiciary Committee.
Bill passes with favorable expression. Thank you, Senator.
Republican Senator Stephen West is sponsor of Senate Bill 152, which establishes statutory rights for parents, otherwise known as the Parental Bill of Rights.
The purpose of this statute is to put out that marker for our citizens and the courts so they can know that their parental rights are protected.
Advocates say there's a growing tendency to undermine parental rights and assume someone other than the parent knows best. The measure now goes on to the full Senate. I'm Suzanne Duval.
Heavy rain is creating a dramatic change at Cumberland Falls. Part of the Cumberland River is over flood stage in an area of southern Kentucky. The rains have caused a lot more water than usual to flow at Cumberland Falls. The river's expected to crest at 30 feet this weekend, nearly 10 feet above flood stage. 2 people are dead and 2 others seriously injured after a shooting in Hardin County. Police say they found the 4 victims in downtown Elizabethtown late Thursday night. Police say 1 man has been taken into custody and is believed to be the only person involved in the shootings. Authorities are not looking for any more suspects. And a shop in Versailles, Kentucky will be a setting in Drew Barrymore's latest film, The Stand-In. Crews are filming at the Amsden this weekend to film. Shop owner Emily Riddle tells WKYT,
someone had left us a note with one of our employees that they were a movie scout, producer, and scouting locations for a movie. And honestly, I almost threw it away because I didn't know if it was for real.
The Go-To Coffee Club, an adjoining shop, sits on the corner of Court and Main Streets in Versailles. The shop will be closed today through next week for filming. The coffee shop will remain open. I'm Jaleesa Chatzman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Kentucky is one of the most affordable places to live in America. Our food is more affordable, our homes are more affordable, and doing business here is more affordable. Why? It starts with affordable electricity. Almost everything we do uses electricity. Because Kentucky uses affordable, reliable coal energy for 80% of its electricity, we have some of the lowest rates in the nation. Many other states are abandoning coal and making life expensive. Let's not repeat their mistakes. Let's stick with coal.
Powered by the Kentucky Coal Association.
I remember as a young girl going to Community Trust Bank with my mom. She would pack us all up and then we'd all go inside. Now I have 2 little girls of my own and I look back and I don't know how she did it. I still bank at Community Trust. They have 79 branch locations, over 100 ATM locations, online banking and mobile banking. They've made it so much easier for me and my family. And that's what I love about Community Trust.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
This is WCLU Local News. It's 41 degrees. It's 28 minutes after 6 o'clock. In funeral announcements this hour, Kitty Carol Sykes England, 80, of Glasgow, died Thursday at NHC Healthcare. Survivors include 2 daughters, Stacy Adwell of Glasgow and Judy Jeffries of Edmonton, a sister, Sue Hurt of Summershade, 3 grandchildren, Bo Grubb, Sandra Jennings, and Joseph Jeffries, and 2 great-grandchildren, Michael and Mason Jennings. Memorial services for Kitty Carol Sykes England will be Saturday morning at 10 o'clock and continue until 12 noon at the McMurtry Funeral Home in Summershade. W.A. Doc Rock, age 90, of Horse Cave, died Tuesday at the Carl M. Brashear Radcliffe Veterans Center. He was a member of the Cave City Baptist Church, where he served as a deacon for over 50 years. He served in the U.S. Army Reserves, where he received the Korean Service Medal. He graduated from the University of Kentucky and was an educator in agriculture at Hiceville High School and retired as a principal at Eastern Elementary in Barron County. He is survived by his children, Dennis Rock of Dallas, Texas, Paula Rock of Horse Cave, Rodney Rock of Scottsville, and Michael Rock of Bowling Green. Grandchildren, Joshua and Justin Rock, Jacqueline Erbsey and Wayne Rock, and sisters, Juanita Shelton, Laverne William, Barbara Jean Hendricks. Services for W.A. Rock will be held Thursday at that's coming up Thursday, February the 28th at 12 noon at the Cave City Baptist Church. Burial will be in the Barron Run Cemetery in Tanner, Kentucky. Visitation will be at the church on Wednesday, February 27th from 4 until 8, and then from 10 until time for service the next day. Arrangements entrusted to the Wynn Funeral Home. Expressions of sympathy can be made in the form of contributions to the Cave City Baptist Church. Elizabeth W. Asbury, formerly of Horse Cave, died Thursday at her home in Bowling Green. She is survived by 2 children, James Michael Asbury and Glenda Faye Hepp, and husband Michael of Bowling Green. 1 foster daughter, Tricia Austin of Louisville. 6 grandchildren, Lee Mauser of Nashville, Emily Barnes Walls of Louisville, Sean Asbury of Bowling Green, Kyle Asbury of Jupiter, Florida, Chandler Asbury and Macy Asbury, both of Glasgow. 3 step-granddaughters, Heather Falk of Panama City, Kristen Hepp of Bowling Green, and Holly Durbin of Bowling Green, and 3 foster grandchildren, Christopher Parker, Cassie Parker, and Elizabeth Hyde of Louisville. Funeral services for Elizabeth W. Asbury will be at the Wynn Funeral Home Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Burial will follow in the Horse Cave Municipal Cemetery. Visitation begins Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. The family requests donations of Bibles through Gideon's International. Albert Nunn, 69, of E-Town, died Wednesday at his home. He was born in Hart County to the late Rob and Letty Sally Nunn. He was preceded in death by 2 brothers, David and Kurt Nunn, and 2 sisters, Joyce Houck and Flossie Goodman. He is survived by his companion, Brenda Grimes, a son, Albert Dwayne Nunn of Upton, 2 brothers, Kenneth Nunn of Alabama and Robert Nunn of Bonneville, 1 sister, Lenora Moore of Fisherville, Indiana, 5 grandchildren, Tristan, Yvonne, Colin, Christian, and Cameron, and 3 great-grandchildren, Ezekiel, Felicity, and Robert. The family chose cremation for Albert Nunn. The Seagull Funeral Home is in charge of those arrangements. Mary Ann Blankenship, age 89, of Bowling Green and a former Glasgow resident, died Wednesday at Greenview Regional Hospital in Bowling Green. Ms. Blankenship moved to Glasgow in 1970 and was a former employee of R. Donnelly & Sons in Glasgow, retiring in 1992. She was a member of the St. Helens Catholic Church and is survived by her son, Dr. Ray J. Blankenship, and wife Maura of Bowling Green, 3 grandchildren, Nathaniel, Emily, and Alexandra Blankenship, and a brother, Rudolph Dischel, and wife Krista of Germany. Service for Mary Ann Blankenship will be today at 2 at St. Helens Catholic Church, burial in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. There will be no visitation prior to the service. Arrangements under the direction of the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Memorial contributions are suggested to the St. Helens Catholic Church Building Fund. William L. Brooks, age 83, of Munfordville, died Tuesday at Centennial Medical Center. He was a farmer and a member of the Center Point Baptist Church. He is survived by his wife, Wanda Brooks, 2 daughters, Janice Brooks of Dallas, Texas, and Kathy Brooks of Edmonton. 5 grandchildren, Eric Boston of Munfordville, Emily Crane of Johnston, Iowa, Sierra London and Austin Harper of Edmonton, Kara Bloom of Dallas, Texas. 3 sisters, Brenda Blair of Munfordville, Linda Sweet of Canmer, and Eileen Elmore of Cave City. 2 brothers, Roger Brooks of Cave City and Alvy Brooks of Indianapolis. Service for William L. Brooks will be Saturday at 11 at Brooks Funeral Home, interment in the Center Point Cemetery in Munfordville. Visitation begins today at 4 p.m. Mary A. Sublett, age 94, of Glasgow, died Tuesday at Signature Healthcare of Glasgow. She was a retired preschool teacher at the First Gethsemane Daycare and a member of the Greater Salem Baptist Church in Louisville. She is survived by 2 special nieces, Teresa Whitlow and Vanessa Rice, a sister-in-law, Evelyn Knuckles of Horse Cave. Services for Mary A. Sublett will be held at noon Saturday at the Bear Wallow Baptist Church, and terminus is to be in the Pleasant Oak Ridge Cemetery in Cave City. Visitation begins at 9 o'clock Saturday at the church. Services for Roger Graham Hogg, age 82, of Cave City, will be held at 2 o'clock Monday at St. Helens Catholic Church, burial in the New Salem Cemetery. Visitation begins Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. and continues Monday until time for service at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Services for Gilbert Dale Bryant, age 77, of Tompkinsville, will be at 1 o'clock Saturday at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home, burial in the Old Mount Hermon Cemetery. Visitation begins today at noon. Service for Sue Nethery, age 85, of Burkesville, will be Saturday morning at 11 o'clock at Norris New Funeral Home. Burial will be in the Marrowbone Cemetery. Visitation after 5 p.m. tonight. Service for Jean Taylor Neal, 89, of Bowling Green, will be at 11 o'clock Saturday at the J.C. Kirby & Son Broadway Chapel. Committal service at 1 o'clock at Riverview Cemetery in Morgantown. Visitation begins today at 4 p.m. Service for Carrie Mae Logston, 84, of Bonnieville, will be today at 1 o'clock at Seagull Funeral Home. Burial to be in the Memory Park Cemetery. Service for Tex Lee Lawson, age 63, of Edmonton, will be today at 1 o'clock at Butler Funeral Home. Burial in the Kidd Hall and Lawson Cemetery near Edmonton. Service for Artelia Jean Allen, 65, of Louisville, will be today at 2 o'clock at the Grayville Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Ditt Vincent Cemetery. Service for Bonnie J. Meredith, age 70, of Horse Cave, will be at 11 this morning at the Brooks Funeral Home. Interment is to be in the Cave City Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary. Let's turn to local sports. Congratulations to the Glasgow Scotty boys basketball team. They are the 15th district champions. In a contest last night at Monroe County High School, it was the Scotties pulling past Allen County, Scottsville, to take the championship 61-56. Other boys championship action from last night, Clinton County won the 16th district by defeating Medcalf County 81-58. In the 14th district, it was Bowling Green over Warren Central, 57-49. And in the 13th district, in boys action, Logan County eked one out over Franklin Simpson, 67-66. One girls district championship game played last night. Edmondson County edged by Whitesville Trinity 45-43. Now the girls' 15th District Championship game is coming up tonight at Monroe County High School. Glasgow takes on Barron County. It's at 6 o'clock tonight. Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, and Bruce Tribune will have the broadcast 550 on Light 102.3, WCLU 103.1 FM, and 1490 AM, and online at playwclu.com, inside of the gym at Tompkinsville on Sports Plus at 97.3 FM. The 18th District at Hart County High School. Hart County and Caverna will square off in the girls' championship game tonight, and Hart County faces LaRue County in the boys' title game tonight. In the boys' 12th District Championship, Edmondson County hosts Grayson County. In the girls' 16th District title game, Metcalfe County welcomes Russell County. And in the girls' 14th District at Warren East High School, Bowling Green squares off against South Warren in the title game. And the 13th District game tonight, the championship game at Todd Central High School, Logan County faces Russellville. That's a check of local sports.
We've added a new location. Glasgow's original radio station on 1490 AM can now also be heard on 103.1 FM. Easier to find, easier to hear. Depend on us being there. WCLU.
The Weather Channel brings you the latest forecast. Sponsored by Southern States in Glasgow.
Do you know who your new Purina dealer in Barron County is? It's Southern States Glasgow Cooperative. Yes, Southern States now stocks Purina bag feeds, chicken, pigs, cows, and horses. Check with Frank or any of the friendly Southern States staff. Stock up on muck boots for the whole family and save 10% off. Men's, women's, boys, and girls muck boots in the latest styles. And as the weather cools down, check with Jimmy at Southern States to learn about ventless propane heaters from 10,000 to 30,000 BTUs. The staff at Southern States is ready to help you year-round in every way. 300 Sampson Street, Glasgow.
Frontal system brings the rain that will be falling on already wet ground. Therefore, flooding is a concern, and we do have a flash flood watch that kicks in for the evening. Rain moves in for the afternoon, and we are headed up to around 50. We've got rain tonight, thunder showers late. Overnight low falls back to the mid to upper 40s, and we may see some heavy rain possible with storms on Saturday. Saturday's high up to the mid to upper 60s. Thunderstorms Saturday night. Jeff Eno for the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for Logan.
Well, we've had some light rain overnight. We have had about 0.11 of an inch of rain, 0.11. We also have a barometric pressure this morning that is still up there, 30.23. Northeast winds at 7 miles an hour. And 97% humidity and 42 now, WCLU. Weather brought to you by your Southern States Cooperative, and we're at 6:39. Right around the corner, we're going to give you all the update of the birthdays, and then we'll have Sam Terry and Friday Morning Archives. Hang on.
Dream big and save big on a great selection of mattress sets now at Ford's. Save up to $600 on select mattress sets from Biltmore, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Ford's Furniture mattresses. Save up to $600 during the Dream Big, Save Big sale now at Ford's Furniture. Did you know Ford's Furniture offers Power Assist lift chairs? We have a great selection available in a variety of colors and fabrics from petite to large for a perfect fit. And Ford's offers a hassle-free shopping experience and timely full-service delivery and setup from Ford's Furniture.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
The advice.
It is 6:40, 20 till 7 o'clock at WCLU. We need to talk about some birthdays. We also need to talk about Ralphie's Fun Center, because Ralphie's has something big coming up here for Mardi Gras that they're going to be doing, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Big celebration all day long, Mardi Gras. I have been privy to some of the information about what they're going to be doing, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun, including some games, giveaways. It's a celebration that Ralphie's always loves to put on, the Mardi Gras celebration. Be listening for more details coming up a little bit later on this morning here on WCLU. Now, birthdays today. How about the 18th birthday of Miss Logan Hill? That's right, Logan Hill is 18 today. A.J. Ford has a birthday. Jason White is 45 today. Faye White is having a birthday. Now, I don't do good on pronouncing those names sometime, and Interesting enough, they're back to back. Jason Wyatt has a birthday, and so does Faye White have a birthday. So maybe I can learn to differentiate a little better. David Frazier, good fella, having a big birthday today. David is 61. Greg Smith is 32. Stephanie Gibson, happy birthday, Stephanie. Amanda Hertz, 38. Renee Farley is 45. Haley Fisher is 25. We also have Dennis Hatfield, who is 46. John Allen with a birthday. Barry Billingsley has a birthday today, too. Anniversaries for brother Daryl and Pam Costello. Brother Pam and Daryl Costello. And we've got the 60th anniversary today. How about this for John and Brenda Lowe? Tomorrow, it's Teresa Irwin's birthday. Sonia Hammer. Tim Russell's going to be 53 tomorrow. Rebecca Hawks. Reva Parker is 91 tomorrow. Scott Morgan has a birthday tomorrow. David and Devonna Smith, their 24th wedding anniversary is tomorrow. And on Sunday, how about a big birthday for Jacqueline Mather, Doug Browning, and Marvin Witcher, 651-9149-800-956-1023. Online, simple click, you know it is, WCLUradio.com.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed the
642, we learn about ourselves from those who did all this before us, and explains a whole lot of things. And if you're like me, you feel bad a lot of times because you think you have it rough. Well, listen to some of the things that these folks who came before us went through. We'll share some of that on the archives, as made possible by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services and Ametis Home Health. Hang on for the archives.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
Hello, I'm Kathy Murray. Did you know that some healthcare professionals still make house calls? Ametis Home Health is a group of compassionate professionals who deliver the best care to our patients in their homes. Whether you're recovering from a surgery or recuperating from an illness, our home health nurses, aides, and therapists can provide medication and treatment to you in your home. Ask your doctors if you qualify for home health care, or call Ametis Home Health Care at 270-651-7640.
All right, I just learned that Michelle Murphy is having a birthday today. I want to be sure and wish Michelle Murphy a happy birthday. And while I'm sitting here, I want to let you know that today we're patting on the back John Duncan. John Duncan is good as gold today. He's a good fella, too. And I hope that you see John Duncan today. And if you do, let him know he's good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas. Just like we're going to let Sam Terry know he's good as gold today for joining us on the archives. Hey, Sam, how you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing real good. Just enjoying the start of the day. I had a little sprinkle here this morning, and I think more sprinkles are probably going to turn into some heavier rainfall today, but 'tis the season. Speaking of being in the season, we don't want to forget that at the archive down at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center, they continue with the Black History Month exhibition down there. It goes on all the way into March, about the 21st, but don't put it off to come down there and see Churches of the Barons, an exhibit in the Snavely Gallery on the second floor of the museum. A nice expose and a nice facility. Get that on the list of things to do. All right, Sam, you ready to go back 100 years?
Let's see what happened.
Well, we got some nuptials here. This day in 1919, Mr. Jim Bewley of this place and Miss Pernie Bailey of the Bethel vicinity were married in Glasgow last Thursday. The groom is the son of the late Reverend William Bewley of this place, while the bride is the daughter of Mr. George Bailey. They are both popular young people, and they have the best wishes of the writer for a long and happy life. Good deal. Some nuptials there on a Thursday afternoon here in the city. You know, this was back in 1919, where they weren't giving the mothers any credit for being involved in this.
You will notice that, and one of the other interesting things is that our ancestors typically got married on a weekday.
Yeah.
The idea of weekend weddings was just unheard of at that point. And Wednesday night was a great time to get married, it seems, if you look at various records from the past.
Yes, and, they sometimes people, I guess maybe it was, I don't think it was embarrassing, but just, hey, let's don't deal with all this drama. They would leave town to get married and come back and say, hey, guess what? The biggest news is we got married while we were gone. I've seen that in many occasions, too. All right, 19 and 29, there's a picture here. It's a really neat picture that one of the archivists, either Ray or Gail Berry, put this in here. It's a picture of a radio set. You go down to Leach and Davis Drugs and buy a radio set. Now, this radio set has taken America by storm. The set that is in the picture right here, maybe I can hold it up here to the camera, maybe might be able to see a little bit of it. Right there it is. It's a nice piece of furniture right there. That was sort of the thing on radios. It didn't need all these wires and all that this tangled up stuff, but they had a nice cabinet. Let me just give you the ad that was in the Republican here in 1929. The radio set that has taken America by storm, the set pictured is complete for $162.50. Now, I should have figured out a way to calculate what that is in today's dollars, but it's pretty pricey. It says it has a tone that will surprise and delight you. We invite you to see the most wonderful value in radio before you buy. Come to Leach and Davis Drugs. 1929, Sam.
Would be something to be proud of, because that was not a cheap thing to acquire in 1929.
Well, but you wanted a good one because that was 17 years before Glasgow even got a radio station. So you had to be able to pull it in from parts further away. And I'm sure the circuitry, of course, the band wasn't nearly as crowded either, but the circuitry was probably magnificent to pull it in from just about anywhere you could get a blip of a signal. Not a lot of the man-made static that we deal with around here today. Leach and Davis Drugs, $162. Boy, that's some big money in 1929. 19 and 39. Oops, I got them stuck together here. 1939. This was a very a nice piece of honor right here. The Sampson portrait unveiled Sunday. There's 40 people who were on hand Sunday afternoon for the unveiling of the Thomas J. Sampson portrait at the Sampson Community Hospital. The portrait was presented by the Honorable John E. Richardson on behalf of the relatives of the late Mr. Sampson, for whom the hospital was named. And in his brief presentation, Mr. Richardson lauded the philanthropic virtues of this great community benefactor. The portrait was accepted on behalf of hospital board member Mayor Wynn Davis. I'm sure that portrait is still hanging up somewhere in the hospital. I just can't remember where it is right now.
I would agree. I have seen the portrait, but with all of the remodeling over the years, I'm completely unaware of its location now.
I'll have to find out where it is so we can let people know, hey, go see that portrait of the legendary T.J. Sampson. 1949, we got news about Bill Osborne. He's a Bowling Green mail clerk. Now get this, Sam. This is 1949. Times were simpler, we think. Bill Osborne, a Bowling Green mail clerk, was injured by a mail bomb several weeks ago, but he's now in the Norton's Infirmary in Louisville. He's up there for a series of operations on his arms. I'm one of these people who say, well, surely we didn't have wackos back then. You know what? We did. The Bill Osborne Fund continues to grow and has now reached about $16,000. A large percentage of these donations are being made by members of the National Federation of Post Office Clerks. 1949, injured by a mail bomb.
And it's rather ironic that just earlier this week we had an explosive device in a local mailbox here. So all these years later, some things haven't changed. There's still some meanness going on.
Yes, it continues. And coming up with new ways to be mean is always concerning, too. All right, Brendan, did you figure this out, Brendan, or somebody call you?
No, I looked it up.
Okay, all right.
Just tried to see what it would be.
Okay, well, Brendan Crane, Sam, being young and aggressive, took that request about $162 in 1929. How much is it today? Would you go down to Leach and Davis and buy a radio for $2,406?
Wow.
In today's dollars? How about that? $2,406.16. You had to want that radio real bad, Sam.
I think it also begs the question of, I wonder how many they sold.
Yeah, well, that is true. I don't know. Maybe they just, one or two. Again, it's 17 years before Glasgow got a radio station, so it's just part of it. But no matter where you are, there's always somebody who wants to be the first to have the technical advantage. These people that camp out for the new iPhone to be released, stuff like that. Well, the radio probably had sort of the same intrigue associated with it. Speaking of the radio, here in 1959, Sam, on Saturday night of 1959, this month, Mr. Dave Overton of station WSM Television will be at the Park City High School's gymnasium to stage his well-known show, the 5 o'clock Hop. Everyone is invited to come and hop or bop, your choice. Tickets are 50 cents for students and 75 cents for adults. The hop will start at 8 p.m. It will end at 11 p.m. The program is sponsored by the Park City Lions Club. How much fun would that have been in 1959, Sam?
A whole lot of fun, and I bet there's some folks around who have some vivid memories of that evening.
Here's the rest of the story. I'll throw this in to you for if you want just a piece of intrigue. Dave Overton was a very early disc jockey on WSM radio before he switched over to television and was doing the sock hop. Dave Overton is credited with inventing the term Music City. When you hear Nashville referred to as Music City, that's traced back to disc jockey Dave Overton. Just a little sidebar note there. That has nothing to do with archives. But anyway, in 1969, Sam, we've got this story. Jesse Stewart, famous track star around here, Jesse Stewart, shot puts over 66 feet. He actually threw the shot 66 feet, 8 1/4 inches at the Mason-Dixon Games last Saturday. That is an incredible feat. The Stewart family, they all were very involved in track and field, and the sky was the limit because they could flat do it. And Jesse was one of the ones leading the charge there in 1969, throwing that heavy shot put. Accurate with it, too. All right, there's a cute picture. I haven't seen this picture, but I want to see this picture because I know this young lady. This was the day in 1979 that the Barron County High School Trojanettes' lidless fan turned 9-day-old Leslie Ann Kidd. Leslie Ann Kidd was 9 days old in 1979, and there was a picture of her in the Glasgow Times wearing a Trojanette sleeper with the number 35 on it. And that was the jersey number of her aunt, Cheryl Crumpton. Now, how sweet is that? Of course, Leslie is a well-known citizen, a well-known photographer. Leslie Ann Kidd, this day in 1979, was 9 days old and was rooting her Aunt Cheryl Crumpton and the Trojanettes on as a part of the Trojanette tradition continues there, Sam. Isn't it neat?
As I recall, that was a very exciting time for the Trojanettes, and a lot of excitement in the community.
No question about it. All right, here we go to 1989, and we've got the royalty crown this day in 1989 out at the Barron County Healthcare Center. The King and Queen for the Valentine's festivities. The Queen is Wilma Houghton. The King is Clifton Barrick. Some fine folks being winning the royalty designation there at Barron County Healthcare in 1989. And this day in 1999, a notation about the Barn Lot Theater presenting The Little Mermaid. And, of course, over the years, there's been good productions out at the Barn Lot Theater, and a lot of folks have spent a lot of time working on it and going and attending at the Barn Lot Theater. And that's one of those things that we have around here we don't brag on enough, Sam. It's in the archive.
A lot of commitment to those productions here and in our surrounding communities. Always a lot of fun.
Yes, it is. All right, that's what I have today, unless you have a little something more there, Sam.
Well, the only thing I would mention was that today is George Washington's birthday.
That's right.
And most of us don't think about it, but we have a connection to George Washington here in Glasgow, being the Spotswood House on the corner of North Race and Front Street. And that's the oldest standing brick home in Glasgow. And the original occupants of the house were the great-niece and great-nephew of George Washington. So we do have a connection.
Yeah, and it's a stately facility right through the red light here, going out North Race Street, and very well taken care of, and a lot of history there. I'm sure that folks will know stories for generations on what all happened up there at the Spotswood House, Sam. I appreciate you bringing that up. That's a good piece of information to carry with us when we're driving out North Race Street today. You can look over there and see that bit of history. And we really enjoy the fact that people do appreciate history around here, and we appreciate sharing it. I really tickled that you join us to throw such things as that in there in the mix of what we're doing here, Sam, okay?
Always glad to.
And you have a good weekend, sir, and we can't wait to see what we unearth for Monday, okay?
Okay, we'll see you then.
Have a good weekend. Yes, sir. That's Sam Terry. The archive is brought to you by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services, and also brought to you today by Amedisys Home Health.
Today, keep this thought in mind. Every single person you meet, every single person you come in contact with today is special and important and valuable and unique. In Acts 17:25, the Bible says of Jesus Christ that he himself gives to all mankind life and breath and everything. Every single person you've ever seen, every single person you ever will see in the future, each of these people is a person of infinite value. Each person is made in the image of God. For God so loved the world. Each of these is someone that Jesus died for. Treat each person that way. This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
At SCRTC, it's time to spring. Spring into savings. Spring into more TV service. Spring into faster internet. Now through March 31st, SCRTC is offering a $35 credit when you add or upgrade SCRTC internet or TV services. Add those extra SCRTC TV channels to catch all the games. Get that faster SCRTC internet that you've needed. And get that $35 credit too. So spring into action and call SCRTC for this $35 credit now through March 31st.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle, a combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more, because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just four walls and four wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Call State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow at 270-651-3608.
42 degrees. Wonder what we're going to do today weather-wise. Well, we're going to check in with Jeff Eno at the Weather Channel to see exactly how things are shaping up weather-wise today. And this weather update brought to you by your friends at South Central Bank.
Frontal system brings the rain that will be falling on already wet ground. Therefore, flooding is a concern, and we do have a flash flood watch that kicks in for the evening. Rain moves in for the afternoon, and we are headed up to around 50. We've got rain tonight, thunder showers late. Overnight low falls back to the mid to upper 40s, and we may see some heavy rain possible with storms on Saturday. Saturday's high up to the mid to upper 60s. Thunderstorm Saturday night. Jeff Eno for the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Hi, I'm Janelle Pettigo. I have been with South Central Bank for 13 years. From day one, I realized our customers are the best. We are very fortunate to have each and every one of them. They have made us what we are today. Here at South Central Bank, we make commercial loans, agricultural loans, mortgage home loans, personal loans, and automobile loans. Our goal is to treat our customers great as they deserve the best. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Let's look at the current conditions here this morning. We've had about 1/1100ths of an inch of rain overnight. It hadn't really picked up a whole lot in the last hour or so. Barometer is at 30.23, northeast winds at 7 miles an hour, 97% humidity. And let's see, Aaron, I haven't looked at the radar screen just because I've been busy up here in the control room doing some other stuff. I don't know if you've got that up there where we can kind of look at it and see. Yeah, there you go. We are seeing all types of activity down in Tennessee. I noticed earlier this morning when I looked at it the first round, down on Montego, Tennessee, all that area down on I-24 was really getting rained on pretty heavily there. Some lighter rain up toward the state line, but in Kentucky, we haven't had a whole lot that's going on. We did get 1/1100ths in earlier this morning. That will pick up as the day progresses. 42 degrees. Weather brought to you by South Central Bank. We'll do some trivia straight ahead.
Ford's introduces the Cagney Casual Power Reclining Furniture. Save over $300 on the Power Double Reclining Sofa, only $995. The Power Reclining Love Seat is also $995, and both feature power headrests, on sale now at Ford's Furniture. Dream big and save big on a great selection of mattress sets now at Ford's. Save up to $600 on select mattress sets from Biltmore, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Ford's Furniture mattresses. Save up to $600 during the Dream Big, Save Big sale now at Ford's Furniture.
Guess who just got their tax return?
I'm hoping that big smile equals a big check.
Let's just say Uncle Sam was kind this year.
Great! Many happy returns to our accountant.
That'd be me, hon.
Oh, that'd be you, right. So, how are we going to celebrate?
Well, I am loving the numbers at Bluegrass Cellular right now. For a limited time, we can save $120 on a brand new Samsung Galaxy device.
$120 in savings? Not bad. I've been thinking about getting that new Samsung smartphone that's about to launch.
We can pre-order it and still save. Or get the Samsung Galaxy S9, S9 Plus, or Note 9.
Wow, with this deal, there'll probably be something left of that tax return.
Enough to pay the accountant anyway.
You've earned every penny.
Stop by your nearest location or visit online to learn more. Restrictions apply. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
All right, let's get ready to play trivia here. Put that thinking cap on. We're going to come right back and see how smart you are here on WCLU. The colder air has arrived. Are you ready at home to deal with the colder air? Glasgow Building Supply is ready to help you with a quality Eden Pure heater. Keep your home warm with the efficiency of the Eden Pure. It comes in the low-profile version or the tower version with the new and improved copper XH hybrid heat technology. Available in walnut and in maple, and available in the low-profile and the tower size. Come to Glasgow Building Supply. You will see how inexpensive heating your home can be. That's Glasgow Building Supply on 31E Bypass in Glasgow. Hustler Mowers and Haywood Sales and Service, a perfect combination of quality and service. Over 50 years ago, Hustler developed the zero-turn mower, and they've been making it better ever since. Haywood Sales and Service knows firsthand how the Hustler brand signifies quality, strength, performance, and high innovative standards. This is the perfect time to experience the quality of Hustler from a fully invested dealer. Haywood Sales and Service, growing to meet your needs. Hustle to their convenient location on Finney Road at Haywood, 270-814-1068.
We want pretzel crust! We want
Pretzel crust fans, rejoice because it's back by popular demand. Little Caesars large, soft pretzel crust pizza featuring a creamy cheddar cheese sauce, pepperoni, and a 4-cheese blend surrounded by a delicious salted soft pretzel crust for just $6. Hot and ready every day between 4 and 8 and only $6 from the home of pretzel crust pizza, Little Caesars.
Pizza. At participating locations plus tax.
Here we go with trivia. Little Caesar says, yeah, we would love to serve you a delicious pizza out there just for being a winner. And the winner of trivia today is going to be enjoying either a large pepperoni or a large sausage pizza from Little Caesars. You can't beat that. 651-914-9800, 956-1023. Here's the question this morning. It's Friday local trivia. What county in Kentucky is named after the revolutionary who gave the orders for Paul Revere to make his famous ride? Yes, there is a famous revolutionary who had a county in Kentucky named after him because of, well, saying, hey, Paul, go do that midnight ride. Hello, trivia.
Henry.
Yes. Yes. You know the answer to trivia?
Henry County?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to me. No, it's not Henry County. Good guess, though. I'm sorry. Sometimes people call during trivia and ask me questions, and I didn't. You don't want to put somebody on the spot there. What county in Kentucky is named after the revolutionary who gave the orders for Paul Revere to make his famous midnight ride? Hello, trivia.
Hazard County.
No, it's not right. What county in Kentucky, named after the revolutionary who gave the orders for Paul Revere to make that midnight ride and let everybody know that the British are coming? Trivia.
Madison.
No, it's not right. Revolutionary history is it got lots of twists to it. Trivia.
Hardin?
No, not Hardin. What county in Kentucky is named after the revolutionary who said, look, Paul Revere, the British are coming, get out there and do that midnight ride, son? Trivia.
Whitley?
No, not Whitley. Trivia.
Piggott?
No. Who knows? This is a county in Kentucky that is named after this revolutionary. Trivia.
Warren County?
That's right. Who's it speaking?
Donita Runyon.
How you doing, Donita?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. You know where Warren County is, don't you?
Yes, I do. I go shopping there a few times.
Yeah, well, it's really interesting. Now, first of all, the gentleman's name was General Joseph Warren. Now, he was general because he was a revolutionary. He actually was a doctor.
Uh-huh.
He actually, I was reading about him, he enrolled in Harvard at the age of 14.
Wow.
And by the age of 22, he was the youngest doctor in Boston. But he was also very much involved with the Revolution, and he was the guy who said, okay, Paul Revere, you've got to ride and make this ride and let everybody know the British are coming. So I guess in his honor is the reason why that, I always thought Warren County was named after, a bunch of rabbits. They live in a warren.
Uh-huh.
I just figured that's where they got it. But, I learned something, too. It's this fellow Joseph Warren, who was the guy that came and said the British, or he ordered for them to ride and said the British are coming out. What's interesting is he was killed in the Battle of Bunker Hill, and so he never ever saw this country as a country.
Right.
He was a revolutionary who knew what needed to happen but didn't really live to see it. But he gave the orders for Paul Revere to go and do the ride thing, and also Warren County. Warren County is named after Joseph Warren.
I was surprised when I looked it up and it said Warren County because I honestly didn't know it.
Yeah, well,
but you have a lot more information on it than I had.
Well, you'll never forget it now, will you, Donita?
I'll never forget it, Henry.
Right. Well, you have a good day, madam.
You too, and thank you much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Donita Runyon, she wins Little Caesars Pizza for telling us that the county in Kentucky named after the revolutionary who gave the orders to ride to Paul Revere, Joseph Warren. We'll play tomorrow. Or actually, we won't play tomorrow because we won't be here tomorrow. But Monday we will, and we'll have our act together on Monday and do some more interesting trivia. So you be sure and come back and see us.
CBS News Update. A message to Catholic bishops and church higher-ups at the Vatican Summit on Clergy Sex Abuse. It comes from a man who's grappling with the problem himself. Chicago Archbishop Blaise Supich.
The faithful at large are wondering if we, the leaders of the church, fully understand this sacred bond, this reality, particularly when they see little care given to abused children, or even worse, when it is covered up to protect the abuser or the institution.
Supich, Chicago Diocese, admits some of its priests have fathered children, and a few of those priests are still in the diocese. Matthias Katch is a survivor of clergy sex abuse who's been monitoring the 4-day meeting from outside the Vatican.
We are really fighting for truth and justice for the survivors, and we want zero tolerance for the children and the young people.
CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO 103.1 Glasgow.
Experience no-hassle shopping at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Ford's Furniture. Furniture you know. People you trust.
ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Yes, we have a history and roots in Southern Kentucky. Yes, we have a large staff to support our clients with the attention and efficiency they deserve. Best of all, we continue to get better at what we do. You make us better. Let us show you the type of insurance experience we think should always come standard. Every person, family, home, farm, or business we serve gets our best effort. Dedicated to what's best for you, we're ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902, I'm Daniel Bird, and I'd love the opportunity to work with you. Please give us a call.
Good morning for WCLU News. This is Brennan Crane. Yesterday, WCLU examined the allegations brought before Glasgow Electric Plant Board Superintendent Billy Ray. The termination of his employment was an issue that caused the board members considerable thought for two reasons. One, if Ray were fired, several legal implications would follow. The board has yet to prove that Ray has acted in a manner that qualifies him to be terminated. Two, if Ray were fired, the pending bond sales that are set to close on March 5th may have never got there, according to Rubin and Hayes financial firm consultant Charles Musson.
What may occur is the buyers of those bonds may say, there have been significant changes. There is no plan of succession. We are concerned about the financial well-being now of the plant board. Why is this going on? And they may decide to back out. And if they back out, there won't be any savings, and there won't be any new money to build your project.
On January 28th, the board adopted a resolution to issue a debt to potential investors through two municipal bonds. According to Musson, there were 6 bidders on one bond sale and 1 bidder on the other.
To have the amount of bids that came in on that bond issue was incredible for this community.
The initial thought of Board Chair D.T. Froge was to simply back out of the bond issues. Musson informed the board that these bonds are more than a signature and an investment of money.
And that's what bidders based their bids upon.
At the time these particular bonds were bought, interest rates were low and bond security was good, according to Musson. When a company or a single investor decides to invest her money in a company, she is entitled to certain information about the company, where her money is going, according to Musson. A document's formed called a preliminary official statement. Information on this statement ranges from debt issuer's financial situation, management quality, and its customer base. Anytime a significant change in the company occurs, the document must note those manipulations. After it's changed, it's put in the public eye for the investors to keep track of how their money may be invested.
It is a complete disclosure to the potential bond bidders of what they are buying.
Issues like the firing of a superintendent would ultimately cause investors to question if their investment was a wise choice. Any significant change would result in a disclosure to bond issuers and the bonding insurance that those investors carry. While the bond sales did not close until March 5th, the period that has ensued since January 28th has been all but calm. According to Musson, this time is allotted to investors to make a final decision of whether to go through with their bond purchase or not.
So between the sale date of January 30th and March 5th, there is a time period in there where the bidders expect for things to remain calm, remain the same, so that they can move to a closing and fund the bonds that have been issued by the plant board.
On Monday's newscast, WCLU will wrap up this series with the legal ramifications. Several board members had questions regarding the legalities of bonding and the firing of Ray. On that newscast, board member Tag Taylor will explain his rationale to the board regarding its decision about the firing of Ray in heat of bonds and other violations by board members. Yesterday, the Glasgow Police Department conducted a traffic stop on East Main Street for a vehicle with one headlight. Officer Michael Bergen made contact with the driver, Mandel Denton, and detected the odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle. Officer Bergen located marijuana and Xanax during the stop. Mandel Denton of Breeding, Kentucky, was arrested and charged with one headlight, operating motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol, drugs, etc. First offense, possession of marijuana, possession controlled substance third degree, drug unspecified, and possession of drug paraphernalia. The arrest was made by Officer Michael Bergen, assisted by Officer John Dewberry. Cave City Police Officer Paul Reynolds arrested 35-year-old Jennifer Bowles and 45-year-old Clifford Schofner of Cave City on Wednesday night. Officer Reynolds observed Bowles on South Dixie Highway with equipment violation. Upon making a traffic stop on Bowles and a brief investigation, K9 Jax was deployed where he gave a positive alert on the vehicle. Bowles was arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance first-degree meth, drug paraphernalia, possession of controlled substance third degree, tampering with physical evidence, and rear license plate not illuminated. Schofner was arrested and charged with possession of controlled substance first-degree meth, drug paraphernalia, tampering with physical evidence, and possession of controlled substance third degree. Both Bowles and Schofner were lodged in the Barron County Jail. Reynolds was assisted on scene by Detective Garth Avery. We'll have more local news for you after this brief break.
A new year can often bring new challenges, but not when it comes to buying a vehicle at Bailey Gibson. At 306 Happy Valley Road, there will be no high-pressure haggling, just an honest effort to help you find the car or truck you're searching for. No stress or fret at Bailey Gibson in 2019. All you have to do is enjoy your new ride and that new car smell.
Yum! That new car smell is the best. It's almost as good as chocolate.
306 Happy Valley Road in Glasgow, the home of Bailey.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Go see Mr. Bray.
Call 629-5347.
On Monday, the Glasgow Police Department conducted a traffic stop on East Washington Street that resulted in 2 people arrested on drug charges. Officer Trevor Morrison made contact with the driver identified as Shambra Lee and received consent to search the vehicle. Officers located methamphetamine inside the vehicle. Shambra Lee of Albany, Kentucky was arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance, first degree, first offense methamphetamine, drug paraphernalia, failure to produce insurance card, possession of open alcoholic beverage in a motor vehicle. Stacy Burnett of Monticello, Kentucky was arrested and charged with possession of controlled substance, first degree, first offense, methamphetamine, drug paraphernalia. The arrest was made by Officer Trevor Morrison, assisted by Sergeant Nick Houchins. On Saturday, the Glasgow Police Department arrested a Glasgow woman for operating motor vehicle under the influence after she was involved in a vehicle accident. Tiffany Houchins of Glasgow was arrested and charged with reckless driving, wanton endangerment first degree, failure of owner to maintain required insurance, offense, operating motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol, drugs, etc., aggravated circumstance first offense, and criminal mischief first degree. The arrest was made by Officer Zane Greer, assisted by Officer Mason Wethington. On Saturday, local schools will gather to take part in the Region 10 Elementary Governor's Cup competition, an academic event sponsored by the Kentucky Association for Academic Competition. Participating schools are Austin Tracy Elementary, Bonneville Elementary, Cub Run Elementary, Eastern Elementary, Edmonson County 5th through 6th Grade Center, Gamaliel Elementary, Highland Elementary, Highsville Elementary, Joe Harrison Carter Elementary, LeGrand Elementary, Memorial Elementary, Mumfordville Elementary, North Jackson Elementary, Park City Elementary, Red Cross Elementary, South Green Elementary, Temple Hill Elementary, and Tompkinsville Elementary. The Governor's Cup features 8 events, including the Quick Recall event, which is the only one open to the public. Quick Recall will begin at 11 a.m. on Saturday, March 2nd. It's hosted at Eastern Elementary School. That's your look at local news today. It is 7:21 and 42 degrees. Up next, we have Kentucky News Network.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. 3 bills are being introduced in the Kentucky House to reduce confusion about recounts in the Commonwealth. Provisions common to all 3 bills filed this week are the requirement that a recount would need to be filed within 10 days of an election, and an automatic recount would be triggered if the margin is less than 0.5%. U.S. Ambassador to Canada Kelly Craft is emerging as the frontrunner to be the next U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations. 2 people familiar with the matter say Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is backing the Kentucky native for the post. 2 people are dead and 2 more wounded after an overnight shooting spree in Hardin County. Police responded to shooting calls at 3 crime scenes around 11:40 Thursday night in the areas of North Mile Street and Warfield Street. Authorities say 1 man was killed and 2 others were injured in a shooting at a Mile Street gas station. A 4th victim was found dead near a Warfield home. Officer John Thomas with Elizabethtown PD tells WLKY the lone gunman was also found near the home.
He had the handgun with him that he had used. He quickly threw it to the ground when officers commanded him to do so, but then began to fight and resist arrest.
After the struggle, the suspect was taken into custody. And a central Kentucky corner store will become a setting in a Hollywood film.
The Go-To Coffee Club and adjoining Mercantile sits on the corner of Court and Main Streets in Versailles. Emily Riddle owns the shop and tells WKYT one day Hollywood came calling.
Someone had left us a note with one of our employees that they were a movie scout, a producer, and scouting locations for a movie. And honestly, I almost threw it away because I didn't know if it was for real.
This week, Drew Barrymore is heading to Kentucky to film part of her upcoming film, The Stand-In, at the shop. I'm Haley Hansen.
I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We now have even more great services like Apple Pay, make payments directly from your smartphone, and People Pay, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet to learn more at ctbi.com. That's ctbi.com.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Kentuckians are always on the move, whether you're driving down the road for a gallon of milk or flying across the country. Kentucky's new driver's licenses will get you there more securely than ever before. Rolling out by county starting this March. All cards will arrive in the mail. Choose between a standard license or a U.S. air travel and military base approved voluntary travel ID license. Preparing now will save valuable time later when you renew at your local circuit court clerk office. Learn what documents to bring at
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by Key Cleaners on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
At Key 1 Hour Cleaners, we've been serving Glasgow for 31 years, and we're here to stay. Yes, back in 1988, the Catron family began Key 1 Hour Cleaners. We're still in the same location on Happy Valley Road, and we're working each day to keep your wardrobe in top shape. We have convenient hours for everyone, and we're open for drop-off and pickup on Saturdays, too. If you need a dry cleaners you can count on Key 1 Hour Cleaners being there. 31 years and growing. Key Cleaners.
Frontal system brings the rain that will be falling on already wet ground. Therefore, flooding is a concern, and we do have a flash flood watch that kicks in for the evening. Rain moves in for the afternoon, and we are headed up to around 50. We've got rain tonight, thunder showers late. Overnight low falls back to the mid to upper 40s, and we may see some heavy rain possible with storms on Saturday. Saturday's high up to the mid to upper 60s. Thunderstorm Saturday night. Jeff Eno for the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, hold on here. We get the microphone turned on. We do show a little bit of precipitation here in Kentucky on the constant coverage and studio radar screen. But we do also show heavier shower activity down. If you're driving down I-24 out of Nashville, you're going to run into some ugly stuff from about Mont Eagle all the way into Chattanooga, it looks like this morning. And most of the heavy rain is south of us, but it's making its way to the northeast. So whatever is back on the tail of this thing is what we're going to get through the day today, and let's just be aware of that. We do have a flash flood watch. Begins at 6 o'clock tonight and goes through 6 o'clock on Saturday night. So we want to be sure and make sure that you are aware of that as we travel this weekend. Going to be kind of messy. Be aware of that. 42 degrees now at WCLU.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Bewley with Amedisys Home Health Care. Here at Amedisys Home Health, we know it is important to you and your family to trust the healthcare professionals that you invite into your home. And we want you to know that you have a choice. If your doctor talks to you and your loved ones about home health, ask for Amedisys. We are a group of compassionate professionals who deliver the best care to our patients in their homes. With Amedisys, expect quality, patient-focused care you need and deserve. Amedisys Home Health with a hometown touch. For more information, call 270-651-7640.
Let's turn to local sports. Congratulations to the Glasgow Scotty boys basketball team. They are the 15th district champions. In a contest last night at Monroe County High School, it was the Scotties pulling past Allen County, Scottsville, to take the championship 61-56. Other boys championship action from last night, Clinton County won the 16th district by defeating Metcalfe County 81-58. In the 14th district, it was Bowling Green over Warren Central, 57-49. And in the 13th district, in boys action, Logan County eked one out over Franklin Simpson, 67-66. One girls district championship game played last night. Edmondson County edged by Whitesville Trinity, 45-43. Now, the girls' 15th district championship game is coming up tonight at Monroe County High School. Glasgow takes on Barron County. It's at 6 o'clock tonight. Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, and Bruce Tribune will have the broadcast 550 on Light 102.3, WCLU 103.1 FM, and 1490 AM, and online at playwclu.com, inside of the gym at Tompkinsville on Sports Plus at 97.3 FM. The 18th district at Hart County High School. Hart County and Caverna will square off in the girls' championship game tonight, and Hart County faces LaRue County in the boys' title game tonight. In the boys' 12th district championship, Edmondson County hosts Grayson County. In the girls' 16th district title game, Metcalfe County welcomes Russell County. And in the girls' 14th district at Warren East High School, Bowling Green squares off against South Warren in the title game. And the 13th district game tonight, the championship game at Todd Central High School, Logan County faces Russellville. That's a check of local sports. The new Hardee's is now open in Glasgow. Normally, when someone moves into the neighborhood, you welcome them, preferably with biscuits. But we already make biscuits from scratch, hand-breaded chicken tenders, and 100% Angus beef thick burgers. So don't you go welcoming us. We can welcome ourselves and shake our own hands. But that doesn't mean if you visit us, we won't welcome you. And welcoming you with welcome biscuits is all we need to welcome ourselves. Got it? Good. Welcome to the neighborhood. Us. Next to Glasgow High School on Columbia Avenue. Hardee's, because it tastes better. Now open.
The Empty Nest inside Pharmacy Express is full of goodies like new fall fashion jewelry, home decor for every room, artwork, and much more. Check out the Cindy bracelets and On Who jewelry, both with great causes. The Empty Nest also offers wedding and baby registry. Make sure to ask about their customer loyalty program. For every purchase at the Empty Nest, you earn double points to redeem for cash off your next purchase. You'll find the Empty Nest is not so empty inside Pharmacy Express on the corner of Cleveland Avenue and the Bypass in Glasgow.
7:30 at WCLU. Hopefully you're going where you're going to be today in a safe manner. We try to pass along all the weather information you need to get you going where you're headed, and we're going to pass along the birthdays too, so you can be up to date on who to congratulate today as you celebrate. But let me tell you about Ralphie's Fun Center. They are celebrating Mardi Gras coming up next weekend, next Saturday. As they're going to do some special things. They've got a big Mardi Gras party scheduled out there at Ralphie's, and we're going to be talking more about it on the radio, but I can tell you it's something you don't want to miss. It's going to be something, going to be lots of games, lots of interesting giveaways. Of course, there'll be beads. There'll be parades, yes, parades, 3 of them that are going to be going on during the day for Mardi Gras at Ralphie's. We'll shore all that up with you, but just make a plan. Next weekend, Ralphie's Mardi Gras. It's going to be one to remember for sure. All right, where's my birthday music bed right here so I can make it official? We are celebrating today on this 22nd day of February with Michelle Murphy, Logan Hill. Logan's 18 today. A.J. Ford, Jason Wyatt. Jason's 45. Faye White has a birthday today. David Frazier. David is turning 61 today. We have Greg Smith turning 32. Stephanie Gibson. Amanda Hertz, 38. Renee Farley is 45. We have, Haley Fisher turning 25 today. It is Dennis Hatfield's birthday. He is 46 today. Dennis is 46. David Frazier is celebrating a birthday. John Allen, Barry Billingsley has a birthday today, too. And we have anniversaries for Brother Darrell and Pam Costello today, and John and Brenda Lowe. It is the 60th, yes, the 60th anniversary for the Costellos today. Now, on Saturday, we're celebrating with Teresa Irwin, Sonia Hammer, Tim Russell. Tim's going to be 53 on Saturday. Rebecca Hawks. Reva Parker is going to be 91. And Scott Morgan has a birthday Saturday. Tomorrow it will be the 24th anniversary for David and Devonna Smith. Congratulations. Sunday, February 24th, birthdays so far we know about: Jacqueline Mather, Doug Browning, and Marvin Witcher. 651-914-900-956-1023. Online, simple click right here, WCLUradio.com. And we're going to be drawing for the winner of a Rosebud vase from Greer's Florist today. We're going to be drawing for a delicious Dairy Queen birthday cake from all the good folks out at Dairy Queen from this list today. So 651-914-900-956-1023. Let us know. It's a special time. 7:33.
Money may not grow on trees, but it does grow at Citizens First. Hi, I'm Dana Chapman, branch manager at our Glasgow Southgate branch. We have a checking account at Citizens First that earns you real interest on your money, more than most CDs. Our Platinum Plus checking account. Our staff makes moving your account to Citizens First simple and seamless by helping you through the process. We're committed to a brighter future for both you and our community. Citizens First, the best choice for the best checking accounts. Stop by today to open your Platinum Plus account. Member FDIC.
Good morning, friends. The Church of our Lord Jesus must be one. By that I mean that it must not be divided by skin color, social class, national origin, or creed of belief. If we claim to be Christians and then view people's worth in light of these things, we have denied faith in Jesus. We must be unified outside all these things on the basis of the humanity of man and faith in Jesus as Savior. We must view people as those created in the image of God and not by other externals. If we make distinctions by social class, we are guilty of snobbery. If we make distinctions by skin color, then we are condemned by our prejudice. In Christ, all nations of the earth are one, and if we do not accept that, then we have fallen victim to that which is plainly not allowed by the New Testament. Paul said at Colossians 3:11 that in Christ there is no such distinction by race, national origin, nor social class, but that all are one and equal. At Acts 17:26, Paul declares that God made every nation on earth from one man. We are all from a common ancestor. To put it plainly, the New Testament teaches that to look down upon another person due to their skin color, their national origin, or their social class is against the will of God and may very well cost those who do so their immortal soul. This is Danny Wyatt for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Competition is good, and when you've been in business for 53 years, you've done something right. Even with all the new ways you can shop for flooring for your home or business. Here's what Parish Carpet does. They offer the top name brands in flooring backed with solid warranties. Then Parish Carpet stocks a large showroom of carpet and rugs for you to see and feel, not just samples. Then they have the finest individuals come and install those floors in your home. Parish Carpets gets to know you, and you get to know them, and that's why so many people keep coming back. There's plenty of competition, but if this sounds like a place you'd like to do business, stop in Parish Carpet on Reynolds Road in Glasgow, 651-8058. Attention, future high school athletes, parents, and family. Glasgow Athletic Program is hosting sign-up for baseball and softball at the Hero Center, March 4th, 5th, and 7th from 6:15 to 8 p.m. Log on to GlasgowAthletics.com to learn more. New this year, 8 and under, 10 and under, and 12 and under softball will be sanctioned with Little League. Also, now taking sign-ups for 6 and under T-ball, 8 and under coach pitch, and live arm 10 and under and 12 and under Little League. Log on to GlasgowAthletics.com now and be sure to attend sign-ups March 4th, 5th, and 7th at the Hero Center from 6:15 to 8 p.m.
Also, I want to remind you about the Barron County Parks and Recreation baseball and softball sign-ups that are going on right now. You can sign up on the website by going to barroncounty.ky.gov and click on the department and agencies and click on Sign Up. Now, there will not be any late sign-ups, and the deadline is March the 6th. The cost is $40 per child. If you prefer, you can sign up in person. You can do so tomorrow, Saturday, February 23rd. They're going to be signing up youngsters at Hibbett's Sporting Goods between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So remember, this is for the Barron County Parks and Recreation Baseball and Softball Leagues. The deadline is March the 6th. Not going to take any late sign-ups. You can do it online, or if you want to, again, go out there in person tomorrow to Hibbett's Sporting Goods between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Don't miss that opportunity. Don't miss that opportunity to spend some time with some fabulous folks on tomorrow, too, because the Barron County Special Olympics have their breakfast for bowlers tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the Barron County Middle School, with pancakes and eggs and bacon and sausage and milk, coffee, and orange juice. The cost for adults is $5. Kids 12 and under, $3. Also, special auction, raffles, 50-50 drawing, and prizes. Money raised going to send the Flame Special Olympic athletes Brian Cheeley and Ronnie England to the National Unified Partner Bowling Championship and to benefit Barron County Special Olympic programming in our community. If you can't make the breakfast, you can still make a donation. And for information, call this number, 590-9013. Just some interesting things, some wonderful things going on in our community. So hang on for that. We got some tidbit news to share with you here just in a minute, and I want you to be sure and drive safely this morning. Pay attention to everybody, and the rain will start a bit later on. Don't let it catch you off guard.
Some call it home cooking. Some refer to it as family style or maybe Southern goodness. But around here it's called The Lighthouse. Yes, The Lighthouse Restaurant, nestled in historic Sulphur Well, Kentucky. It's a scenic drive back to the basics. Basics like famous fried chicken, catfish, and Penn's country ham. The goodness of green beans, lima beans, creamy stewed potatoes and sliced tomatoes, fried apples, biscuits, and red-eye gravy. Our other delicious items include tenderloin, burgers, popcorn chicken, and chicken sandwiches. We always have great starters like fried green tomatoes, cheese sticks, and mushrooms, and great finishers like our mile-high pies. Words can't really describe it. Your family will love The Lighthouse. Open every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 10 a.m. A beacon for appetites from all over southern Kentucky. All roads lead to The Lighthouse on Highway 70 in Sulphur Well.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Those are words a parent never wants to hear, but don't worry, I'm here to help when you do. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson with Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. Cold and flu season can be scary and intimidating unless you have a plan. Be sure to wash your hands, drink water, eat well, and get plenty of rest. But when that doesn't work, or when your kid picks up the latest bug tearing through their class, Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic is here to help. We offer same-day appointments for sick visits, and we make sure that we are up to date on the latest treatments to guide you through whatever hits you or your family. Many times, quick response can head off the worst of the symptoms, so put Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic on your speed dial and let us get you feeling better faster. 270-629-6722. Remember our new location right across from TJ Sampson Hospital at 1214B North Race Street. Together, we can keep you on the path to good health.
Call my mama. She will make you all better. 270-629-6722.
All right, 7:39, 21 till 8 o'clock, and we are patting on the back today by a special request. John Duncan. John's a good fella. He's good as gold. Let's let him know so. Excuse me, from WCLU and a little taste of Texas. Now, let me tell you that we have a hat here, the Ken Lane Memorial Chapeau, that has 5 names in it from folks who have been nominated to be good as gold, and somebody is going to win the ultimate prize, which is a meal from a little taste of Texas. A sit down, enjoy the place and all the folks that come frequent. Little Taste of Texas. I'm going to reach out in here and draw out this week's winner. Make sure they're good and sorted in there. And here we go with the name folded up nice and tight. Too tight, actually, for me. Oops. What did I do? Okay, it looks like it was the winner on Tuesday, Larry Morrison. I tore it in half. Larry Morrison here. There's where I tore it in half. Larry Morrison wins a dinner from A Little Taste of Texas just for being nominated to be good as gold. And remember, we really enjoy hearing from you. And, of course, it's a really nice honor to have somebody nominated to be good as gold. You go online at WCLUradio.com. You can see where you can submit a name to be considered for good as gold. And we work real hard to make sure we get those taken care of in a timely manner. So you be sure and let us know. And thank you so much to the good folks at A Little Taste of Texas.
It's tax time, and it's true that tax time is car buying time, but at Goodman Automotive, tax time is car buying time for different reasons.
Sure, we are like other dealerships. Sure, your tax return can help cover negative equity. Sure, your tax return can cover a down payment. Sure, your tax return can help with financing. Sure, it can help you get a lower payment.
Any dealership can advertise those things. However, at Goodman, you get those things and so much more.
Because at Goodman, you get a great car at a great value, sold to you by a salesperson who cares about you.
You get the Goodman Advantage, which includes a free powertrain warranty for life.
You get treated the way customers deserve to be treated.
So come on in. Check out our great selection of new and quality used vehicles.
That's Goodman Automotive, home of the Goodman Advantage, which includes the powertrain warranty for life.
Because things were never better at Goodman. Check us out at GoodmanAutomotive.com or stop in. We're on the corner of Happy Valley and Reynolds Road in Glasgow.
It's a super simple way to save when you take advantage of the Early Bird Hibachi Special at Shogun Bistro of Glasgow. Every afternoon from 2 until 5, you can enjoy steak and chicken, or steak and shrimp, or chicken and shrimp for just $15 each. So many ways to take advantage of this Early Bird Special, from family outings to office meetings to just getting ahead of the crowd. The Early Bird Hibachi Special, steak and chicken, steak and shrimp, or chicken and shrimp, just $15 each from 2 till 5 at Shogun Bistro of Glasgow.
It is 7:43 at WCLU and 42 degrees as we make Friday very special around here.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
Around the world and up the street is Tidbit News. I've got 3 stories here to share with you. I'm having trouble deciding how to stack them. This one is really just kind of, you got to think about this one for its purpose. I don't know we'll ever know the full story on how many people apply for this, but a town not too far from us down in Tennessee, not too far from Springfield, is called Cooperstown, Tennessee, which I'm not familiar with. But Cooperstown, Tennessee is a town where a Tennessee police department is seeking volunteers willing to get drunk for a training exercise, with the drinks and the transportation provided free. The Cooperstown Police Department said 6 volunteers are going to be treated to a day of drinking to help police officers learn how to make decisions during traffic stops and DUI checkpoints. How about that? These are going to be, human dummies, so to speak. Sergeant Parker of the Cooperstown Police Department told the local newspaper there that volunteers can request certain types of alcohol in advance of the late June event, but they should not expect any top-shelf drinks. There was a police department in Pennsylvania who recently put out a call seeking 3 volunteers willing to drink to the point of intoxication for a similar training exercise. The event on April the 4th will help teach officers how to administer standardized field sobriety